Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the video. My name is Bradley, also known as the Swim Coach. Today we're going to be looking at the results from Game Week 21, how many points I got, how you guys out there got on in my league, and also then looking into the Game Week 22, who you should have, who you can look at, what you could plan in the future. So it's quite interesting situations coming up. But let's have a look at how I got on in Game Week 22 and how many points I got on. So I ended up with 56 points, which was above the average of 48, which is very nice. The top person was 128, but I think, it's been boosted up to 148 now because they used their bench boost, which was a very nice bench boost, should we say. Now, Sancho only got us to 1 point. Bit disappointing, but did concede 2 goals against Bournemouth. Hull, very good. I'm getting to like Hull at the moment. 6 points for Hull, played 90 minutes, kept a clean sheet against Wolves. So that was very nice. Gulliver got 2 points, conceded 2, so -1 there, so 1 point overall. Van Dijk only played 90 minutes and got 2 points in the 1-1 draw against Nottingham Forest. Anthony Gordon got us a beautiful 9 points. Played 72 minutes, scored a goal, clean sheet, and a bonus point of 1. So it was very, very nice. Okay, we did have Cole Palmer as our vice skipper. He did get 10 points, which was very nice. Kept a clean sheet, got 3 bonus points, and played those beautiful 90 minutes. So Salah just played 90 minutes. Didn't do much against Fulham. So only got 2 points, plus the bonus of being the captain, so 4 points overall. So I did choose the wrong captain. Enzo's getting onto my list of do I want him, do I not? So it's a bit of a I'm looking, but I'm trying to hold some transfers off, ready for Game Week 23-24. I'll explain a bit more later on about that. Okay, so Sarr got us an assist, kept a clean sheet, and 2 beautiful points for the minutes in a 2-0 win against Leicester. Wesley got 6 points, got a goal, and the 90 minutes for 6 points. And Mark Wood finally scored against Liverpool. One of the teams that people were saying he's never scored against, he has now scored against. Got bonus points, got that goal, and the 2 minutes for the minutes he's played. A very nice 9 points for Mr. Chris Wood. Now, we could have got an additional point, 2 points, with Flecken getting the 6 value point for saves, the 2 points there. So yeah, it's very nice. So we've been on 58 points. Other than that, now I know that some people were saying in my last video about switching Sancho and Pickford. I am looking at potentially coming up, switching out my goalkeepers, both of them. And that is when I would potentially probably use my free hit. I'm trying to plan for Game Week 23-24. And the reason why I'm planning for that week is because that game week you actually have the first double header, which is going to be with Liverpool, Everton, Liverpool. So here are the results. Brentford City finishing 2-2. Same for the Chelsea Bournemouth game. West Ham winning under their new management 3-2 against Fulham. We have another draw between Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. Going into those Wednesday night fixtures, we had Everton losing 1-0 to Villa. Leicester also losing 2-0 to Palace at home. And then Newcastle winning 3-0 against Wolves. And then the mighty Arsenal coming back from a goal down to winning 2-1. So that was a lovely little result. And if you did watch, I did do a watch along. So if you want to go back and have a little watch that, fair play. And then Ipswich versus Brighton. Brighton winning 2-0. And then Manchester United winning 3-1. Now, they were 1-0 down going into like the 80th minute. And some little man decided to score a lovely hat-trick. Ahmad getting a hat-trick. I think it was a 12-minute hat-trick. So very, very nice for him. Yeah. So it's nice that he got a hat-trick and coming back to win. But it wasn't a great performance as such. So now let's look forward to game week 22. Now, there are some interesting games in game week 22. We've got Newcastle, Bournemouth, Brentford, Liverpool, Leicester, Fulham, West Ham, Palace, the mighty Arsenal against Aston Villa. Now, the Sunday games, we've got Everton, Spurs. I think people are going to probably talk about Everton doing, but I think Everton could push Spurs on their day. So I think it's going to be a close game. Then we've got United, Brighton. Very interesting. This game, this is the one, and the next game, I think are going to be interesting on who you guys pick out there. Nottingham Forest, Southampton, Ipswich, Man City, and then finishing off Monday night, you got Chelsea, Wolves. Now, we're going to talk about players as such here. Now, we're going to go and have a look at, I know it says top transfers, but we're not going to have a lot of top transfers. We're going to actually have a look at Nottingham Forest, first of all, and who I think you guys out there could potentially get, who I actually do like, and who are actually doing quite well. What I will do is I will put in the top points scores. So here we go. Now, it is surprising that Chris Wood is doing an outstanding season. Everyone doubted him at the start of the season, and I think very good. He's proving people right. He's doing it. Now, the thing is with with Forest, Nottingham Forest, they've got a lot of cheap players. And if you get the right mixture in, you can actually get a decent team in. Now, even some people that have got like 60-odd points, they're very good. Wood, 123 points. Very nice. Still, goalkeeper, 5 million. It's a bit getting there, but 97 points. Great. All right. I can never pronounce his name, so I'm not going to get it right. Okay. 97 points. Yes, there's a lot of people that got him, but 5.3 million. That's a good hefty. Now, Milenko, if I get it right, 4.8. He's a very good defender. And with Forest's fixtures coming up, yes, they're good, but then they do have a tricky side. But you got to think where they are in the league table right now. Do we have a quick little look at that beautiful league table? Okay. But they're currently third in the league. Okay, they've scored 30 goals, conceded 20. Very nice. Okay. Could they have scored more? Yes. They're about average on scoring, but they're top ones on defending. So yeah. So what they joint second best on defending on goals. So that's something you got to look for. Okay. And I think that is the one I think you got to look. The defenders are very, very good. Yes, they've got good games coming up, but then they've got some very, very tricky games coming up after that. So we'll see. Exactly for Newcastle. Who was the other team that I wanted to see? Yeah, Man City. Man City against Ipswich. I think could be a very good one. But last time those two teams played, it was a fault game. So we will see. I think, if I remember right, wrong one. If we go back to players, we go back to our Nottingham Forest players. There were some other players I think out there you guys could potentially look at. Alanga, very good. Gibbs White, okay. Hudson-Odoi, yeah, not many people got him, and that's what I think you've got to look at. How many points they've got, and how many people are actually got those players. And that's where you're gonna gain your extra points. Nico Williams, yeah, again, good value. And I think that's what people got to look at. Look at the recent form, 6.2. Very, very good. Was that fourth best? Fifth best. Okay, Langer's up there as well. So I think for you guys out there, that's what you got to look at probably for the next 4 or 5 weeks. Okay. And I do say that purely because of the fixtures coming up. They could potentially, you could probably keep them, switch them out, potentially maybe use them in a bench boost or something like that. If you've still got your bench boost. Now, City do have Ipswich this weekend. Now, can you get some good value out of it? At the moment, probably not. There's probably two players that you probably get some value out of. But I'm only going to stick with one right now, and that's this one. Okay, Savina. He's the only one. Yes, 14 there, 14 there, 5 here, but still, that's in the last 3 games that you could do it. You probably use him for the Ipswich game, maybe take him out for there, but then it's not good value. As I've said, for me, I think the value is probably having from game week 28 against Forest all the way down to the end here. I think game week 28, that's where I think you want your City players a little bit. Arsenal players, well, the biggest one is out injured at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. But the other thing at the moment with that, his value is going down. And I reckon he'll be down to around about 9.6, 9.7. And then you could potentially get him in after probably the second week of games he plays. So that could be an interesting one. Now, how they're going to play their next formation game, I think they're going to probably stick with the same thing with Trossard, maybe Sterling, Martinelli, stuff like that. So I think that's where you're going to be looking at for those players. As an Arsenal fan, I don't know, especially against a few games coming up. Maybe in this bit, but after the Chelsea game, I kind of do like their fixtures, except for the last 2 out of the last 3 games. So yeah, so that could be very interesting to see. Villa, again, Watkins is getting a bit of form, so that's nice, but the value is very high. Rodgers is a very lovely player, getting there, doing really well. Duran, but again, hit and miss. Let's go for the one other club. We're going to go, bit of a surprising one here. We're going to go for Everton. Okay. Now, Everton haven't done that well, but I think with their new manager, Sean Dyche, not Sean Dyche, forgotten his name. So that's going to bug me now. Where is it? No, it's not there. Okay, so the new Everton manager, that's who you got to look at. I think it's going to be very interesting out there what people are going to think. Who you're going to have, the stats of players. Look at it. Look at that at the moment. Iwobi is another good one out there that people have been picking. Ahmad, again, he's on the rise. Got the 100 points now. He could be a potential player that could. He's still got that value. Let's have a look at his profile. Has played 90 minutes as such. But here's the problem. All small points, small points, small points. Good points there, but that's when he does get 2 assists, goal and assist. So, yeah. I think with fixtures coming up, I don't really like United's fixtures because there's not a big bulk of some easier games, should we say. So, I don't know about that. Where's again, but of course, look at their next few fixtures coming up. And then they've got a bit of a hard one, game week 30, 31, 32. So that is the annoying situation. Now, as I said about fixtures, this is the fixture list that is going to get me rolling. Game week 23. You've got Liverpool and Newcastle against Southampton and Ipswich. Okay. That is a very good scenario for Newcastle Ipswich. The following week, okay, Newcastle do play Fulham, but Liverpool got Bournemouth and then Liverpool got Everton. Liverpool have got a double game week, and I think that double game week is a very, very strong opportunity for potentially using someone like a Mo Salah for double points, or sorry, triple captain, and like he can give you some points. But that's the thing. There's a lot of people out there that's got him. But if you use him as a double captain, well, even if he gets, triple captain, even if he gets, say, 8 points in one game, 8 points in another, okay, well, that's 48 points he's going to get. 8 points? No, 16, 32, 40, yeah, 48. The 48. But I also think he will get more. I think he will score in both games. And I think it is a good opportunity to use him. Now, could you potentially get like Virgil van Dijk if he's not in your team? Yes, because you can. For me personally, I could probably switch him out for Gabriel because that same game week, as if we look at it, okay, for game week 24. Arsenal have City. So that could be a tricky game for Arsenal as well. So for me, switching Gabriel for Virgil van Dijk, or even if I can push it to Trent Alexander. So that could be optional. And then also, if you have a look, and I'm going to use Madison here for a second. Spurs potentially, and I say this potentially, you could probably use their manager, and this is a controversial for me as a Arsenal fan. You could potentially use their manager, okay, against where was it? Bournemouth, Fulham, and Chelsea, I think it was, or was it? Yes, or was it someone like that? Because where the league table is, if you look at that league table again, okay, Spurs are 14th. Now you got to look, if there's 10 points, you want them to try and play someone like City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Fulham, Arsenal. Well, I can't play Arsenal, Liverpool in that bulk of a three. And if you get that and you win, okay, yeah, I know we're saying Spurs to win, but if they do win, you're going to get extra points. And I think not until the end of the season, if people don't use their managers, then it's going to be very interesting who gets additional points. And then also, if you are, and that's another if you are still in running for a cup game, I know I'm not, but if you get into a cup game, still, when do you want to use your captaincy, your assistant managers? So that could be something that you're looking out for, okay? But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you've enjoyed this video. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care and good luck for game week 22.